Hello, everybody. Welcome back to, what are we called? Happily Booked, the podcast for two kindred spirits. Or that. Oh my gosh, it's gone. It's already gone. Believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hosts. This is Brooke and
Beck.
And we are coming to you live from our corresponding homes. And we had weird weather here where we live and didn't know how that was going to affect us. It turns out the weather has slightly affected us, and so now we're doing a video call. So
Yeah,
you might not see
it just
us.
threw off my morning a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you live an hour away, so it's like a distinctive difference in when things are going to impact your area versus my area. Yeah. So, you might not see us, people, listeners, our lovely friends, but you can hear us. Just know we're here for you. Just know we're here. Oh, gosh. And if I sound nasally, it's the pollen.
Oh my goodness, the pollen.
Yeah, and like, even though it stormed last night and this morning here, I walked out on the back porch and I could still see the pollen on my back porch.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. So I'm a little congested because of that. And it's kind of a good thing you can't see me because I'm like, I bet my eyes look irritated too.
Your eyes look fine.
Oh, thanks. It's the makeup. Anyway. Yeah, Becky can see me. I can see Becky. But you can't see us. Okay, so do you have a quote?
No.
Me
No
either.
quote.
me either. I wish
You gonna find one real quick?
I can maybe. You hear the crackling? I can't stand that.
Crazy story.
Yeah, I mean, I could find a quote if it had zero relevance to anything I've read within the last few like months, but no,
Who
it's not gonna
said the
happen.
quote has to be relevant?
You're right. You're right. We'll do it next week, everybody.
Okay.
I know everybody's just dying to know what random quote we pick, so everybody just stay tuned for next week. I don't even have the book. I wanted to, like, you know how we do our little thumbnail thing? Not that we could really do it right now, but I could take a picture, I guess, later. But yeah, I don't even have it inside the house. It's in my van.
That's crazy.
I know. And then I was like, well, it is on my Kindle as well, so I guess I could hold up my Kindle, but I don't like, I held up my Kindle last time, I think, and I don't want to hold up my Kindle every single time, so it's a stupid problem to have. So all in all, neither of us are really together today, people. So forgive us.
And you're welcome.
Forgive us. Well, moving on then. Do you have a haul that you want to bring up? I think I like doing the hauls after the episode, but I don't know. May as well just throw it in.
I do not have a haul, and if you want to start doing it afterwards, we can do that.
Yeah.
It's our show. We can do whatever we want to, Brooke.
This will be a 10-minute show. I'm just kidding. I also don't have a haul, so
it's a moot point.
Yeah, it's been a while. And then we came up with this game. So maybe we'll have fun videos where we can do this game that we came up with. So be on the lookout for that, everybody. That if we've decided that if we finish a series, it's more so to make sure I actually finish the series because Becky does. But we've decided that whichever one of us finishes a series, whether it's even just a duology or like a 15-book series, we'll do a game where the other one quizzes us on the contents of that series and see what we can get right. And maybe we can do a point system, and if we win, we get a prize. I don't know yet to the
Ooh,
extent of
that'll be
that.
fun.
But yeah, that'd be fun. So be on the lookout for that, everybody. I'm trying to encourage myself to actually finish things that I'm interested in. So we'll get there. Okay, so it's been a week. That's a normal amount of time. Have you finished anything since last week?
Yes.
Woohoo!
And before we get to exactly what I finished, the author Caleb Crowe that wrote the book I finished last week,
Yeah.
The Girl in the Painting. He, I guess I tagged him in one of the reels that I created, and he commented on it. He said, "Very entertaining hour, but you tagged me for this episode, but I'm not mentioned." And so I put, "It was a ploy to get you to listen."
Sneaky,
And
sneaky.
I told him just kidding that he's going to be in the one we post either today or tomorrow. So I just thought that was funny. He listened to an episode,
Hoping
um,
that he was mentioned.
but I tricked him into it by accident.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I think I'm going to read. Well, we'll get to that next in a minute. What I finished reading, right?
Yeah.
I finished reading Specters in the Glass House by Jamie Jo Wright. And it was a book that was set in two different time periods. Excuse me. It was very well written. I thought that she did a good job of going back into the 20s and telling that story. And then, like, coming into modern times and talking about the story of her relative and some other people who are living in her old home. And I don't want to talk too much about this book
Mm-hmm.
because if I tell you too much, I'm going to actually ruin the surprise in a
Right.
way, because there are actually two surprises at the end of this book. And it was really good. I will say that the girl who actually ends up being like there's a teensy bit of romance, but it's barely even romance. There's like barely any at all. But the girl who is like the assistant for the historian, and she's also kind of been like the target of the butterfly killer.
Mm.
She's had the bones and shredded butterflies left on her bed and in her car. She was traumatized as a child. Her apartment caught fire, and her mother and her boyfriend, her mother's boyfriend, burned to death in
Wow.
the apartment fire. And she was in there with them, but she was rescued. Well, I guess they didn't burn to death. Well, I mean, they died in the fire. I think they died from smoke inhalation. They
Right.
probably burnt up too, because I'm not sure that you're rescuing dead people.
Yeah.
But she was rescued. So anyway, and she was traumatized by that. And I will say that the, somehow the butterfly killer and the arsonist are those storylines are kind of intertwined at the end, and both crimes are solved. And that's all I want to say, because I don't want to give away.
Yeah.
There was one thing that was disappointing to me, but if I tell you what was disappointing to me, it'll give away something that's kind of a twist. So I don't want to tell you.
Okay, yeah. It's one
I
of
don't want to
those
ruin it for
where
someone.
sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's one of those where a twist happened, but it's not what you wanted to happen, and so it kind of changes how you feel about it.
Yes. I mean, love the book,
Yeah.
but like I thought something was happening that actually was not happening, and it was a little disappointing, but the book was very well written. And like I said, I don't want to give anything away, because I want, if it sounds interesting to you, like, I don't want you to not read it because I give away a twist.
Right. Right, right, right. So that sounds really interesting. I thought that sounded interesting last week when you talked about it too. I
Yes.
really like the serial killer aspect.
Yes.
That's always an entertaining read for me.
It was good. I finished something else, and I want to pull it up on my, what's this called?
Storygraph?
Nope.
Hmm.
Audible.
Oh.
Because I have it in Storygraph. I have to fix it in Storygraph. Actually, the book that I'm currently reading, I have to add to Storygraph. Oh, I hate
Oh.
having to add things to Storygraph. It's so annoying. But anyway, because this I have in Storygraph, but someone else had added it, and they only have the one story added. And I listened to what's his name? Cameron Trost, who wrote
Uh-huh.
Dead on the Dolman. That was the first full length novel with his sleuth, Oscar Tremont.
Hmm.
But I didn't know he had written. I didn't know he had written some short stories
Me too, it's okay.
with with the sleuth Oscar Tremont. And I was just looking for stuff on Audible because I had a credit.
Right.
And actually, I didn't need a credit for this. I used it for something else. Um, and he has five short stories. No, four. I'm sorry, four short stories about Oscar Tremont, and they are all like before he has, like, he's married, but he doesn't have any children. And in
Uh-huh.
the full length novel, he has two little boys.
Okay.
So it was nice reading these or listening to these because I was thinking, like, you know how you start finding out stories about your mom and dad before they had you. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it felt. Like I read this story and he had two boys, and now I listened to these four stories and he doesn't have any children.
Like
So
this
it's like, okay,
crazy
this is
life before children.
yes, yes. So anyway, the stories are, or it's, let's see. On Audible, it's just called Cameron Trost, Oscar Tremont, Investigator of the Strange and Inexplicable. The four short stories that are on there are The Hunt for the Stain Fortune, The Ghost of Valhalla, The Witch at the Window, and The Secret of the Severed Hand. And they're all very good. The Secret of the Severed Hand was the shortest one, but also maybe in some ways the most tragic one.
Ooh.
Um, I thought they were really good. I enjoyed those stories. I'm looking forward to listening to more books by Cameron Trost because I think he's a really good writer.
Yeah.
Um, and I've enjoyed all the Oscar Tremont stories that I've read so far. So those are the two, technically five things that I've read.
Yeah,
There were
like
four short stories.
so I wonder if you were to physically buy those short stories, if it's all of them in one binding, or like if you have to buy them separately, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's
The
fun
person
though.
only, the person on Storygraph only has The Hunt for the Stained Fortune.
Oh.
So I don't know if they are all separate or all together.
Hmm. Yeah,
Or if
for
maybe they only put that in there because that was the first one.
that would be annoying. I don't like that. That can't be the case.
Right.
Um, yeah. Yeah, that would drive me nuts, actually. I would definitely have to go in and fix it on Storygraph.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and add like the correct what I listened to and everything.
Yeah.
But I added it there so I wouldn't forget about it because you know how I am.
Yeah. And you said you haven't even put the book you're currently reading in there, so that's kind of crazy.
Oh, that's right.
You're being a
Spoiler.
little
Well,
sneaky.
because it's in there, but it's in there as a physical copy, and you know I'm
Not
still reading that one physical copy of Secrets of the White House.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of physical anything that's going to be happening anytime soon. So
That's funny.
that's that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of like my mom with the book club we're in.
Hmm.
She I couldn't tell you the last time she has physically read a book. I feel like maybe she has recently, but I don't know for certain because all she does is like listen to audio right now. And so
Hmm.
she gets the book because they're so gracious and so kind and they give us the book. She doesn't actually read the physical book. She just listens to the audiobook, which I know I can't talk very much because half the time I end up reading it on Kindle anyway. But
Right.
I think it's funny. But she still ends up like she'll give it to like my grandmother to read, depending on what it is, and then she'll give if I could liked my copy so much, like I liked that book so much, I want to keep it. Then she'll give me the one back from my grandmother once she's read it, and I can put it in the little free library, or I can give it to somebody else, or whatever. So it still makes its way around to other people who might be interested. So that's funny. Um, Also, your audio is coming in so well.
Oh, good.
I feel like normally when we do a phone call, you're like really quiet.
Oh, maybe it's a new phone.
Yeah, it might be. Better speakers.
Because the speakers on this thing are awesome.
Yeah, I can hear you very well. So that's good. I just noticed that and I just, had to say good job. Um So, okay. Um yeah, that's what you finished. What did I
Yeah.
finish? I finished one thing and I was trying to finish two things. But it's not happened yet. The one thing I have finished since we recorded was The Intruder by Frieda McFadden.
Yeah.
That's the book that's in my van. I wanted to hold it up right here or take a picture with it for the thumbnail, whatever. But I can not that it's picking up us anyway. So I don't know, Becky. Okay, I don't know about the thumbnail. Okay, too much pressure. I finished that book. I finished it like Thursday or something. Like last Thursday or something. And the book club is tomorrow. So I finished it well in advance now, according to how I have been going with this book club. I really liked it actually a lot. I think it is probably my favorite one by her that I've read so far. I don't think it's everybody's favorite, but there was a lot of like atmosphere choices and background choices for these characters that I really liked. And of course, I swear you can guess all day what the twist is going to be, and 9 times out of 10 you're probably not going to guess it with her books because they're just so out of left field sometimes. Like, did not see it coming. But I really enjoyed it. It starts with our main character Casey. So, well, we have two main characters. We have Casey, and then we follow a girl named Ella. So Ella. Also, I thought about Ella when I was reading it. Hopefully she's better than this Ella.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So you go back and forth. You start off with. Actually, I don't know which one you start off with, but you go back and forth between Casey and Ella, and Casey is a grown woman who has recently had to leave her teaching job, and you just know that she is choosing to be in this very isolated cabin with like no cell phone and no internet. Like she's just choosing to be here completely alone. She doesn't let people come in. She doesn't talk to people. So it's kind of like, is she hiding something? Is she on the run? Is she just a hermit? Like, what's going on? And she's trying to get her landlord to come fix her roof because there's about to be a storm that is coming in, and she doesn't want, the roof to collapse on her or blow away or whatever. And you basically start off with her talking to him about the roof and how he's not going to do it because he's being a butt munch. And so he leaves, and you're just watching her get ready for the storm. It's like windy outside. It's getting dark. And as it's starting to get completely dark outside, she sees a light outside. And she's like, who's that? What is that? What's going on? And she sees a light is coming from her like utility shed out back. And she's like, that doesn't make sense. There's not a light in there. Why is there a light? And then later on, she's like cooking her dinner, and she looks up, and in the window, she swears she sees a face.
Mm-mm.
And I know. I said, nope, nope. But what was really fun for me was reading her part of the story where she's like reminiscing on how she used to take self-defense classes with her dad and stuff. Like, so she's pretty capable of taking care of herself. And then she's like, well, what if the person in the shed, assuming there's a person in the shed, what if there's a person in the shed and they have a knife? And she said, well, you know what? That's what my gun is for. So and it cracked me up because I was like, this is like the first time I have read a thriller where the character actually has a gun.
Well done.
And it was just so, I was like, wow, what a change. Then you flip to Ella's perspective and she is in middle school. I think she's only 13 or 14. So I think she's in like 8th grade. And she is getting bullied because of her home situation people don't know about, but people are like calling her names and saying she stinks, and she got caught stealing somebody's lunch because she didn't have any lunch and things like that. So she's getting in trouble, she's being bullied, and she ends up becoming friends with somebody who she did not expect to become friends with. And you just see back and forth between the chapters how their lives interact and how they come together finally at the merge point to reveal what the heck is going on. And I really liked it. I liked that it was an isolated cabin in a storm, and somebody is perhaps outside this house, sneaking in or trying to get in. Are they the intruder? Who's the intruder? And why is this lady such a hermit? And then watching, watching these children deal with what they're going through and their choices they're making based off of their homes they're growing up in and how it all ties together. It was really good. I really liked it. It was very fast paced. I enjoyed it a lot. I think my first Frieda McFadden book was The Boyfriend, and I really, really liked that one. And I was like, this was actually so good. I can't believe I've not read anything by her. And then, like, I read 2 other ones, and I was like, they were okay, but they weren't as good as The Boyfriend. And then I read The Intruder, and I was like, that one was pretty good. I really liked that one. I liked the twists. I like the ending, actually, for once. And I was pleased with it.
So which one do you like better, this one or The Boyfriend?
I think I like this one, The Intruder, more than The Boyfriend, because I like the setting more. Because in The Boyfriend, they're kind of in more of a city area, and I don't like the city. And but also in The Boyfriend, there's more of a stalker / potential serial killer vibe, which I really liked. So I don't know. I think I like The Intruder more, but maybe it's because I just read it recently. So
yeah,
who knows? Who knows? That's all I actually finished.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you talk about what you're currently reading?
Nope.
I didn't think so. So I was like, okay, let me think for a second. You have to have a pop quiz for me every time. Okay, so what are you currently reading?
Okay, so one of the pages that we follow on Facebook, I'm like, what's it called? One of the pages we follow on Facebook posted a question. She had surgery and she's recovering. And she said, what are some good hospital recovery reads? And someone mentioned this title I've never heard before, but I liked it because it's got my sister's name in it.
Huh.
It's called And Then There's Margaret by Carolyne Clarke.
Oh.
And so then I read what it was about online. I said, okay, this sounds good. So I'm listening to it, and it is about a lady who her mother-in-law hates her.
Hmm.
To put it bluntly, her mother-in-law is Margaret. And right at the very beginning of the book, her father-in-law dies. That's
Hmm.
how the book basically leads off. And she loved him dearly, and he protected her from her mother-in-law. Um, he told her the night that she and her husband got engaged, um, don't worry, there's no one that she would like because, what do you say? It wouldn't matter who he married, she wouldn't like them.
Hmm. She's
She's
just
one of those people.
that kind of lady.
Yes. And but he married her and they stayed together for however many years. So, there must be something about her. If he's so good and kind, she must not be as terrible as she is
Right.
to her daughter-in-law. Well, he dies and she moves in with them.
Margaret
And
moves in
she's
with
done
the
yes.
daughter-in-law. Oh my gosh.
Yes. And she's done a lot of things that are just not cool, man.
Yeah.
Not cool. And that's when she wasn't living with them. So I can only imagine how the story progresses. But what I'm hoping is because the daughter-in-law, I can't think of her name for some reason right now, but the daughter-in-law is actually she's very reasonable and a lot better person than I am, I think,
Ugh.
because she puts up with a lot from her mother-in-law because she loves her husband and wants him to be happy.
Right.
And um so what I'm hoping is that at the end of the book they find out that she really is a nice woman. And for whatever reason that she's been acting like this all these years, because they've been married 22 years at this point.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping that she'll have a moment where she reflects on how she's treating her daughter-in-law, and that she'll turn her life around and be a good mother-in-law.
Yeah.
That's what
Something
I'm hoping for.
something will come to light where it'll make her a slightly likable, and you'll understand maybe where she's coming from.
Yes,
Hopefully. And then
that's my hope.
oh no, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm having sort of a moment like that in the book I'm currently reading, which is like a totally different kind of book. But there is like a character where I'm like, I really hope that this person comes around and admits the things that they have done are awful, and they beg people for forgiveness, and
Mhm.
like there's a whole change in character, and he grows from it. But how the book is going, and I'm like 80% of the way through, I'm like, that is not gonna happen.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good for this specific character I'm thinking about. Oh, it's crazy. So I'm reading. Where did it go? Come on, Storygraph. Oh, and I gave The Intruder 5 stars in case anybody has to know that. I just felt like sharing it. I actually really did like it. I liked the twist. The twist, I called one of the twists, but there's like always two. There's always at least two with hers. And the second one, I did not see it coming. Not at all. Not from a mile away. No, not right in front of my face. Didn't see it coming. Completely shocked me. So that's always fun when there's a good crazy twist.
Yeah.
So what I'm currently reading is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson,
Okay.
which is the third and final book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And Becky, this book is nuts. This book is nuts. You've got to read these books. Or at least Ella's got to read them, or Emma's got to read them. Somebody else has got to read them. Because I'm late to the game. The other people I know that have read them are that they've been read. This book is crazy, but it's like, let's see, how do I want to say? So this is the third and final book. The first one, she was doing her own investigate. Pip, our main character, Pip or Pippa, whatever you want to say. She was investigating a cold case of the murder and supposedly, allegedly, suicide of some people in her town. Mm-hmm. And she ends up solving it, and it's a crazy ride. It was very good. And then the second book, she has decided she's going to give up that investigation life because it kind of took over her a little bit. She was falling behind on school. Her relationships were crashing a little bit. Sure, her health was going down because she was so intensely focused on trying to figure out all of the evidence and like what really happened. So the second book, she's like, I'm done with that, but she released a podcast with all of her evidence just to get it out there. And now, turns out one of her friend's brothers has suddenly gone missing. And one of his parents does not think there's anything malicious going on because he's had a little bit of a streak where he'll just go off and not tell anybody, maybe not respond for a day or two, but then he always comes back, and he's had trouble like keeping his job and things like that. So some people are like, he's just off again. He's going to come back, whatever. He's not missing. But then other people, his brother and his mom are like, he is missing. Something is wrong. I need nobody's going to help us because he's also an adult. And so nobody's helping us. The police aren't going to help us. And so they go to Pip to do the investigation. She's like, no. And then she goes to the police to try and help encourage them to look for him instead because she doesn't want to get involved as she doesn't have to. They tell her the same thing, like he's an adult. He's already have this streak of disappearing on his own, blah, blah, blah. He's probably fine. He'll come back. And so she's like, nope, I don't think so. I think something's wrong. So she does this investigation. She finds out what happened to him and everything, and that's a really good story. The ending of that one, that's the one that kept me up till 2 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
That one was, I couldn't stop. I could not stop. The ending of that one wrecked me. More than I expected to be wrecked. Mm-hmm. So it was really good. Then this one that I'm currently reading, As Good as Dead, starts off with her dealing with the trauma from the end of the last book. And basically, she's just trying to get her life back to normal. She's starting to go to college or applying to colleges and stuff. And she just wants to have a normal life again because she has this PTSD from what happened. But then she starts to get these weird interactions where somebody's leaving like dead pigeons in her driveway and drawing stick figures in her driveway. But like every couple days, they'll wash away from the rain or like a car driving over it in the driveway. But then like next time she sees them, they're closer to the house. And then the next time she sees them, they're up under her window. And she's like, what? This is not okay. So she starts to see connections with that and someone who was a serial killer in the area who we thought was already in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But, turns out it's not really a surprise because you kind of already have this understanding that like either the serial killer's out or not caught or out or whatever, or somebody is copying them. So whatever it is, you go forward with that, and she starts to realize that she's in danger, and now she's trying to investigate and discover who this person is. And about halfway through the book, you find out who it is. And I was like, we're only 50% of the way through. I don't think this is right. I don't think it's actually this person. And she does a lot of other things to where she might have what you would call enemies in this town. So I think the person who I'm supposed to believe is this alleged killer, I think they're just trying to scare her. I think it's unrelated. They don't know that that's even been happening to her. And I think they're just trying to scare her to get her to leave them alone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know how much more I should reveal. But I tell you what, once this story about 60% of the way really kicked off and really hit the fan, it is like they have made decisions that are completely changing the trajectory of their lives, or could completely change the trajectory of their lives. And I'm like, this is nuts. I cannot believe you're even considering doing what you're doing. Like, this is absolutely crazy. And it's just wild. I wanted to keep reading it, but I was like, no, I am tired. I need to go to bed. So I think I ended up stopping at like 12-ish.
Yeah.
But I probably could have finished it. I don't know. I can tell you exactly how far along I am in it. So with how it's going, Katie remembers what happened, and I've been like kind of telling her. Yeah, I'm 82% of the way through. 82. And so I've been like kind of updating her, and she's like, okay, so there's a twist before the twist. And like, there's a twist before the real twist. And I was like, okay. And I thought I was there, but her last text to me made it sort of seem like there's even more. And I don't know if I can handle it. I don't possibly know or understand what could go wrong or what else could go on in this story. Because there's just, like, you've already done it. You've already done the big thing that you're there doing, and it's nuts. And I'm like, I can't, Becky. So yeah, these are really good books. Yeah, you should read them. So you can be like, what in the world is happening, Brooke? Yeah. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. After we're done recording, I have to go pick up animal feed from Tractor Supply.
Mm-hmm.
So if Stetson happens to fall asleep in the van on the way back,
You might listen to it.
Well, I don't have it on audio, so maybe I'll pull over and read it.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I could get it on Libby. We'll see. And then if I can, maybe I will. Oh, I do have it on Libby. I'm so prepared. So yeah, maybe I will. That's something I've been utilizing a lot lately. First of all, is just Libby in general. But what I've really been doing is, okay, I'm going to be reading this book, and whether or not I get it on my Kindle because I bought it, or if it's on Kindle Unlimited, that happens. But then I'm like, okay, man, now I can get it on audio possibly from Libby, so that I'll have the audiobook. And then if it's not on Kindle Unlimited, but I can get it through Libby audio, and I can do separate loans. You can do an audiobook loan of the same book, and then an ebook of the same book, and it'll send it to my Kindle. So I'm like, okay, I'm covered all around here. So that's what I've been doing. I have like not used Everand. My mom, I think, still uses Everand, but every time I try to go on, I can't listen to anything.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, this is
That's
unavailable
weird.
until this date. You get this on this date.
Oh.
And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not waiting. So I don't know if my mom is actually still using it or not. I think she is. She ended up starting to use Libby. I don't know if what I said just makes sense at all. But
It did. It did.
Because of the same issue. She'll like reach a max of what she can listen to, I guess, or something, and I'm like, it's not worth it at this point.
What is she listening to?
I don't know, but she's constantly going through audiobooks. So I don't know. I could be wrong also though. Maybe she's just listening on Everand and I just don't know because I can't listen on Everand. But
I'm sorry, I'm having a great experience with Everand still.
yeah, I don't know. Like it all started going downhill for me when I was trying to listen for the Lie. um, which I think Katie's about to listen to or started listening to, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. I wanted to finish listening to that on audio because of the setup of the story. Because it was like alternating chapters from like a podcast and a true crime podcast and like the normal story. So it was still good when I read it on Kindle, but I think I would have enjoyed it even more on audio. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I really like so far As Good as Dead. I'm hoping to finish it soon. And when I do finish it, I'm going to read Rebellion by Cass Morgan. And so then I'll actually have finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and the 100 series, Becky. So I see some games in our future.
Yeah, I better get on it and start looking some stuff up.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, yep. And then I've got another book I'm going to try to read. And then tomorrow's the book club, so whatever book we pick for that will be on the horizon somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. That's really about it, I think, for me.
All right. Well, that's really all for me. I do want to say that I'm probably going to listen to a history on Everand because I'm taking so long with that physical book, and I feel like I'm letting our history buffs down. So I'm probably going to read something historical on here. But I also have saved like 3 other books that aren't history that I want to listen to. So I should be doing a lot of reading on Everand soon. So
Good. Somebody's got to support our historical readers and Everand.
That's right. Well, I mean, if Everand causes problems for their listeners, that's on them.
Yeah,
That's not on you.
Yeah. I was trying to listen through them, but that's just making it hard for me. And I'm not paying extra. We already pay like whatever you pay for it, like $13 a month or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Used to be $11.99. Everything's gone up. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, don't get started on that because that's very frustrating. All right, well.
Too soon.
So that's all I have. That's all you have?
Yep, I think so. Yeah. I hope so.
All
Because
right.
that's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you as always for listening. Kindred Spirits, it's wonderful to know that there are so many of you in the world. Please continue to check us out on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube and TikTok. And check out Sideways Sheriff. He's on all of those as well. And if you don't know what drifting is, when you watch his videos, I feel like you'll be hooked on drifting because it's fun to watch. I think drifting is more fun to watch than racing.
I agree.
That's just me.
I'm also biased, but I agree.
Yeah. So check him out. And if you want to help support us, we have t-shirts, tote bags, mouse pads, pins, those kinds of things. Just let us know. And until next time, stay happily booked.
Bye.
Bye.